Okay, what is going on? LBHT crew, B, Hendo, what is going on?
Chilling, it's good.
Hendo, I'm glad you're here because we do the morning show,
right?
And we're getting a lot of subscribers on both of our channels, but some people get confused, right? When B's on a show and then Hendo's on a show, and they're like, "What's going on? Where's the other one? There's three of y'all." I'm like, "Well, look, you just gotta, look, you get a little bit of everybody, all right?" And Bears pops in, they're like, "Where's the loud New York Giants fan? Where's he at?" Look, our squad rolls deep. Okay, you gotta follow all of us, and you gotta turn your notification bells on. All right, so Hendo's joining us from the Rogue Pod. Appreciate you coming through. All right. And if you'd like to see both of us discuss Raven stuff at the same time, that's in the morning time, 6:15 a.m. Monday through Wednesday. So that means no morning show tomorrow, no morning show Friday yet. Yeah. Well, look, keep supporting, and maybe we'll talk. Keep supporting. All right.
I might have a surprise Friday morning. I might have a surprise for
you. Oh, let me start this out right. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So wherever you're watching us, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio form of this, we put this out on Thursdays at lunchtime. So we hope you're enjoying your lunch break. Make sure to leave a 5-star review. Who is here in the chat? Look at that. Dr. Kush is in the house. Our one of our newest members. We got a couple of new channel members. Appreciate that. Another channel member, Urban. Appreciate you.
Sure.
Thanks for coming through. Garrison's in the house. Says salute. Hey, salute to you. Our guy Coach is in the house. What's going on, Coach? Appreciate you coming through. Killer Cam is here early. Says Ola Jose. And mucho gusto, Brodny.
Nice to meet you, Cam.
And what's up, Hendo? No Spanish for you, Hendo. No que pasa? No que pasa, Hendo?
Nada, nunca.
Irvin says, Hendo, B, Jose, what up? What's good with you? Look at that. Nitro's here too. Says, there are 3 of you. What's going on?
No, it's crazy. I should go.
Nah.
There's 3 of us this morning too.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the same 3, but there's 3 of us.
Right.
As
we like Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Yes.
Interchangeable.
But you know what? That's something we discussed about a while ago. Like how we all interact. Us, Coach Evans, Ferris, the whole LGR crew. Like all of us. We all interact with each other. We all collaborate with each other. We want that kind of feeling where it's like you guys recognize all of us, we all collaborate, together. So, if that's what you're thinking, then we're doing our job, and Wu-Tang is one of my favorite groups of all time. So, yeah, that's the comparison. And we got a super chat out the gate. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Congrats on 3K. Yes. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Yes. And thank you for helping us hit 3K. And we're moving right along. So 4K. Let's get that going. Let's get that going. I think we're gonna set a record for how fast we hit 4K. Thanks. All right. We hit 3K and it's still steadily going up. So let's get this going. All right. Who else we got in here? We got Game Too Easy. Says sup ups. What's up with you?
What's up,
One
man?
Sessions is here. What's up, One Sessions?
Whoa,
salute.
Long time no see. What's up?
Yeah, thanks for coming through. Danity, appreciate you. Says special guest Hendo, still celebrating 3K subscribers. Yes, please hit the like and subscribe button as you enter. Support the channel with a super chat and or cash app. $ LBHT Show is how you do that. Also, the Overtime Show, I'm gonna go ahead and plug that right now. Patreon.com/LBHT Show is how you get the Overtime Show, or the channel members also get access to the Overtime Show. It's gonna be a good one tonight. So make sure you sign up for a membership for as little as $5 a month. You can be a member. All right. Melanated One Salute says, don't let certain Ravens media try to push NFL false narratives on Brian Flores. We'll talk about that. A little bit. My guy Damien, he was here this morning. He supported tonight. What's going on? Says, hey fellas, I like what y'all doing. I'm locked in. Hey, appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. Nigel says, y'all seen the Steve Bisciotti threaten EDC? See how he threatened EDC?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not threatening. It's just, hey man, it's like, hey, we running the business, and if you're not doing your job, you know what I'm saying, you get put on notice. That's how we all operate. That's how we all operate. Why do we feel like we gotta protect these millionaires when they're not doing their job? Hey, keeping it real. What's going on? Salute to you, man. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, no, I'm tired of protecting these millionaires for doing a poor job, and you know, you get the media trying to guilt trip us when we celebrate them getting fired. Like we're praying for their demise. Nothing happened to them. They still have all their money.
Bags.
They're still gonna have a job because it's a close-knit community there, right? It's a good old boys club. They always stay employed if they want a job, even if they don't get a head coaching job. They're never missing out on anything. They're always falling up. Always. I don't care if they lose their job. I don't care if they're sad in the moment.
Right.
They get to ruin our weekends, right? With their bad coaching, with their bad GM, and they get to ruin our seasons. We gotta go to work mad because they messing up. Right.
And then get fired for not doing their job and get picked up by somebody else.
Right.
For more money.
The nerve. All right. Louisville Cardinals Raven, what's going on? Says Jeff showed his colors talking about Flores. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys.
or lack thereof.
You guys were locked in on that episode, huh? I didn't see it, but that was brought to my attention in our Discord. That he said some things about Brian Flores. I think he was. I can't really speak on it. I didn't see the clip, but he's not the only person that has said things about Brian Flores. There's been a few people that are kind of like, I don't know about him and his attitude, and they heard things, whatever, right? Maybe he's kind of echoing what he heard, but I didn't. All fairness, I didn't hear the clip. I didn't hear what he said, and I know he and his crew over there have taken little jabs at Lamar in the past. So who knows? Who knows? Wonderkin Show says, what did Jeff Draper say? Just something about not wanting Flores because some of the things that Ryan Fitzpatrick said about him, and who was the other dude? Acho. I don't think Acho ever played for him.
I think it was Tua.
Tua.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, but that was back before, but of course Tua had stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember Tua saying something about that, and he addressed that, right? Yes, and I don't think it was perfect. Oh, look, Ferris is here. What's going on? We bringing Ferris up? This is the time to bring Ferris up. Ferris, we're gonna bring you up after the Black History facts. After we're gonna cut to that. I want to bring you up just to be like, all right, we cutting you out now. Okay, all right. Ferris is here. He's ready to talk some Ravens. We got we didn't get well we got some festivities going on. Okay, we got the LBHT Awards show, and we got a mock draft. Okay, but Ferris can give his input as well, and of course we're going to talk about these head coaching searches. So we got a lot to talk about. But first, we like to start every show with the Black History fact, and B and Akole have a Black History fact for you.
This week on the LBHT Black History Fact, Claudette Colvin's life is a testament to how young, everyday people helped shape the civil rights movement, even when their names were pushed aside. Born in 1939 in Montgomery, Alabama, she grew up under the harsh realities of segregation, but developed a strong sense of justice early on, especially through her involvement with the NAACP Youth Council. That foundation set the stage for her defining act of resistance on March 2, 1955, when, at just 15, she refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus, months before Rosa Parks made her historic stand. Her arrest was a spontaneous, deeply principled act, and it became one of the earliest sparks that helped fuel the Montgomery bus boycott. Although civil rights leaders chose not to make her the public face of the movement, Colvin played a pivotal role in the legal fight that ultimately dismantled bus segregation. She served as one of the plaintiffs in Browder versus Gale, the federal case that led to the Supreme Court ruling declaring Montgomery's bus segregation laws unconstitutional. Her testimony helped secure one of the most consequential victories of the era, even as her contribution remained largely unrecognized for decades. After the legal battles, Colvin faced social backlash and limited opportunities in the South, prompting her move to New York. There she built a quieter life, working as a nurse's aide and raising her family, far from the spotlight she never received, but unquestionably deserved. Only later in life did historians and activists begin to revisit her story and acknowledge the magnitude of her impact. Claudette Colvin passed away on January 13, 2026, at the age of 86. Her death prompted a renewed wave of recognition, tributes, and reflection on how foundational her courage was to the civil rights movement. Today, her legacy stands as a powerful reminder of the overlooked contributions of young black women and the many unsung individuals whose bravery helped transform the nation.
Hey, salute to the Black History Fact. Rest in peace. She just recently passed away. So, yes, thank you for that Black History Fact. All right. So, what are you shaking your head for? You already shaking your head? We just started.
The person down there, all right, he knows, right? Like he just behind the scenes, Black History Fact playing instead of paying attention. He over here texting nonsense.
Why are we title telling now? Why
like, it's ridiculous.
Everybody knows B is a snitch.
You asked me.
B is even at work. B is a snitch.
You asked me. I didn't say nothing.
No.
Right, so,
I asked the question about
and why Handle always got to come over here? Always got to come over here with his chain on, blinding everybody. Like every time he moves,
he got the bling. He got the bling.
I'm sorry. I just played my logo.
All right, we know you big time.
Listen, all right. Speaking of informants, Ferris is here. Ferris, what's going on?
What? I'ma need a day off. I think I called Ferris up.
I never snitch.
That's facts.
I didn't say snitch. I said informant.
That's a snitch.
It's all how you phrase it.
You like to gather information.
Thug life.
People.
You can't hear me, Danity? I'm muted.
No, Hendo's muted. Can you hear the rest of us? Let me do a quick mic check. NYPD Ferris.
Hey, don't disrespect me like that, Kwame. Don't disrespect me like that.
Right.
If I was a cop, I'll be a fed.
First of all, Ferris, you are a Discord police.
Yeah, he ain't even that high up yet. You should see his sloppy work in the Discord.
Oh, that's because y'all told me to stop.
We told you to stop because of how you were doing it.
All right. Okay. So we already started on the Brian Flores thing. Let's continue this. So yes, there have been a few people kind of speak out, questioning Brian Flores, his ability to be a head coach, which I think if it's in general, you're just kind of going over the coaching candidates and you're saying this person is strong or I don't like this person. That's one thing. But, just talking about, oh, well, he didn't have a good experience with this player or these coaches. Well, guess what? We've interviewed 10 people so far, and some of those coaches, there's a long list of people that don't like some of those coaches. One of them being Matt Nagy.
Thanks.
Jim Schwartz. Was Jim Schwartz one of the people we interviewed?
Yes.
First of all, why? He's had his shot. I don't care about how good of a defensive coach he is. He's not a head coach.
Yeah.
Right. We like that. Like there's some people you don't need to you don't need to there's the list right there. Some people you don't need to kick the tires on, right? Unless we're just interviewing them for a defensive coordinator position. Maybe that's also one of those things too, that maybe possibly some of these coaches are being considered for coordinator positions. But that's the list. Vance Joseph, Davis Webb, Clinton Kubiak, Kevin Stefanski, Matt Nagy, Anthony Weaver, Cliff Kingsbury. That's another one. Why? Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz, Jesse Minter.
It's funny I would say why to about 7 of those.
Yes.
Like Matt Nagy. Okay, in defense of Matt Nagy, a mild defense of Matt Nagy. There was an interview where he was talking about how he got an anonymous 45-page document about his coaching tenure before and what he did wrong and all that. So yeah, okay, maybe he is maybe he's evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, but you know, Vance, Davis, Stefanski, Matt, Weaver, Schwartz, Cliff. What y'all doing here?
Yeah. Again, I don't mind them just kicking the tires. And yes, I do believe some coaches can reinvent themselves. They can kind of do self-evaluation, and maybe that's Matt Nagy. Maybe, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes, especially if it's your first time being a head coach, that failure helps you evolve.
Yeah.
Right. But the same can be said for Brian Flores. So my question is, why are these strong opinions about Brian Flores and not, these other coaches? If it's just that part of it of, he didn't get along with every player, or he didn't get along with his quarterback. A lot of coaches didn't get along with their quarterback.
A lot of coaches don't, but you only hear it about certain ones. You hear it about Brian Flores, heard it all the time about Eric Bieniemy. There's only certain people that they like to point that out about. And with Brian Flores, there could be a couple of reasons, right? Like, I mean, we know that these owners don't really like hiring black coaches. I mean, that's not a secret. But also, they don't really like people who sue them. And I can't blame them on that one. The first one's pretty bad, but that second reason, I can't be mad at you about that.
Well, he's not suing the Ravens; he's suing the league.
You're not going to come in to my facility on a Sunday and then be like, "See you in court on Monday."
Well, look, he's suing the league, and it's because of because this team down here, the Giants, that's why he's suing the league. So he doesn't have any beef with the Ravens,
Facts.
Which is why I think they're like,
I'm a Panthers fan. Look at my background.
Doesn't work. It's amazing to me how they like to speak about the players don't like him. He's a little crass. He's arrogant and all these things. Like, people can't evolve. But the one thing that I'm not hearing from him is his last year in Miami. If everybody hated him so much after they started 1-7, why did they go on a 7-game win streak? If those players didn't like him, they wouldn't have fought to win. They'd have just tanked for the rest of the season. They don't speak about these things.
You know who's crass and the players didn't like? Matt Patricia. But all you heard about him was he's a genius.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, hold on a second. So, like,
also, too, it's only two people talking about it. Hold on
a second. First, now that I think about it, right, I don't like the fact that he even addressed the Tua thing, because we got what's his name in Detroit, the quarterback,
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff, right? And they talked about, like, that's been reported on about the verbal abuse that he got from Sean McVay. Did Sean McVay ever come out and apologize for that?
Nope.
Sean McVay was just trying to coach him up.
So why are we expecting something like that from Brian Flores? Sean McVay can do that, right?
Sean McVay's a winner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
You win a Super Bowl, you kind of are allowed to do a lot of things.
I see. Got it. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying. But
the thing is,
how big of a deal is it? When we have evidence of other coaches doing it, why is it a big deal for him?
Yeah, but he did it when he wasn't winning Super Bowls. So, like, that's the thing, right? They weren't.
So did Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Hey, Urban brought up.
No, exactly. No, that's what I mean. I'm
Ryan,
talking about Sean McVay. Yeah, Sean McVay. That's what I'm saying. He did it when he wasn't winning Super Bowls. He basically called Jared Goff an idiot. Basically called him an idiot.
Called him worse than that.
Yeah,
worse
that's
than
true.
that.
Well,
But Urban says Rex Ryan in 2026 makes zero sense. Well, yeah, no Rex Ryan.
No.
But Rex Ryan was another one. Did he ever apologize to Geno Smith?
Of course not.
Okay.
The opposite, in fact.
Yeah.
double down. Like, you got punched in the face. Whose fault's that?
Damn, Iron says I hate Vance's voice.
I never heard him speak.
Okay.
Now I'm curious, right? Is he gonna,
right.
is
How
his
does it
voice
sound?
gonna set people off, or I don't know. Stretch, what's going on? Says NFL don't want those texts and organizations dealings becoming public. That's why they don't want to go to trial. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, man, like, that's inevitable. John Gruden already told us that's coming out. He said, just wait. Just wait.
John's like, I may be a bad person, but I'm gonna show everybody else is a bad person.
Yeah.
That's why he's suing him. He's like, I know I'm bad, but y'all are just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, in the history of the world, like people who say who get exposed and say there's a lot more coming out, just wait and see. They're and lifetime. Nothing else ever comes out. It's just you, bro.
Right.
So I just showed the list of the coaches that have been interviewed. Here's a list of the ones that are planned to be interviewed. We got Robert Saleh. We have Nathan Shieldhouse. We have
say it right,
Mike McDaniel. Yeah, say it right. You know,
right.
Somebody there's somebody out there. I don't know who he represents. He represents somebody in the league, but he's been making his rounds on all of our comments.
The enunciation police
telling us getting our facts right, even though he's still stuck in 2025. He can't get his dates right, but whatever. Mike McDaniel. We got Chris Shula, Joe Brady. And then Judge Raber says DaCosta said yesterday that they plan to interview 16, so there still could be a name or two that hasn't surfaced yet. Okay, so there you go. They're kicking the tires on everybody. And again, like I said, I just thought about that. Like some of these names might be guys that they're considering for coordinator positions as well, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like if they got a strong candidate and that candidate feels strong about bringing in like their his whole crew, like, hey, I got my guys ready to go, whatever, then I'm sure they'll leave that alone. But if they're open to bringing in some other coaches, then you might see a combination of these coaches come to Baltimore. That's a possibility. I just can't see Jim Schwartz being a head coach ever again.
Thanks.
Some of y'all don't remember, right? You look at his defenses now and say, oh well, he's good on defense, you should get a shot. He had a shot. He was awful.
He had Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson and did nothing.
Won 0 playoff games.
Yeah, did absolutely nothing.
I think he only made the playoffs twice, maybe twice. So yeah, no. Josh Hoffman says 16 exactly. So it's like a bracket. Yes. Should Tom Munkin be fired? He's fired.
Yeah, they're gone.
He's done.
He's interviewing for other jobs.
Yeah, they're all fired. When the head coach gets fired, they're all basically fired. They don't announce every position coach under the head coach fired. Mm-hmm. When the coach is fired, the staff is gone. Now it's possible they can come back if the new coach comes in and says, "Oh, I like him. I want to retain him or whatever." Right. Like that can happen. But when a coach is gone, the staff is gone.
Unless you're a trash organization like the Arizona Cardinals, and you hire Steve Wilkes and just leave everybody and just say, "Steve, deal with this." Well, they weren't winners before.
That's because they had their owners meeting. They drew straws, and Arizona, they picked the short one, and everybody laughed. They said, "You got to hire the darky," and then they brought in Steve Wilkes, and they gave him 1 year with Josh Rosen, kicked him out, brought in Cliff Kingsbury, and brought in a new QB.
And guess what? Steve Wilkes is also part of that lawsuit with Brian Flores. Just putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So is Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, that's why Brian gonna lose. Those guys are losers.
Yeah. Well,
they don't win.
Hugh doesn't help your and Hugh just be lying, yo.
Oh, my bad, Buck. My bad, Buck. I didn't even know you was in here. I'm sorry, Buck.
Sorry about that, Buck. Buck is a Cardinals fan. What's going on, Imani? Says Warhol will be the new head coach. But okay, all right. I want to say this too. Sometimes you have position coaches or coordinators. They're just in the wrong position. They belong being head coaches. They're just better at game management than calling X's and O's. Right. Not saying that about Warhop. That's a bad idea. But sometimes you get that. Right. Sometimes I can't really call plays like that, but I can manage a whole game. I can manage a team. Right. I can manage attitudes and egos. That's a big part of it too. That and that's a very important part of it too. And if your question about Brian Flores is what's his attitude going to be like, with the team and with the quarterback and everything like that, that's a valid question because you got to be able to manage egos. That's something that John Harbaugh did poorly at, which is why we couldn't get. When people are saying we need those dogs at edge and we need those dogs at wide receiver, they were never going to come here because Harbaugh couldn't handle that. We need a coach that can handle those different personalities.
Yeah, and you know what, and that's something that's concerning to you. Maybe that's why Lamar Jackson is going to be a part of the process, right? Maybe he'll do a better job of connecting with Lamar Jackson than he did with Ryan Fitzpatrick, right?
Yeah,
we kind of expect these coaches to be able to connect with everybody on their team, and historically, it's the coaches of one persuasion, and most of the roster is of another, and you don't ever ask those questions really about the white coaches, right?
Right.
But hey, if you're gonna have a all black QB room again. You're gonna have, black old line, black wide receivers, black tight end. Well, probably not that anymore, but that's okay. Maybe bringing the black head coach will benefit you. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah.
John wasn't getting through to him.
Yeah.
Sure wasn't.
Of course, neither was Zach Orr, so maybe it don't matter.
That's true.
All right. Before we get into the mock drafts and everything, we didn't really talk about it yesterday. Mike Tomlin stepping down. We talked about it a little bit this morning, me and Dylan Ferris. But B, I wanted to get your thoughts. Like, he stepped down. Don't know what his plans are. Like how do you feel about is he going to go somewhere else?
Well, they're saying that he's not going to coach this year. He's going to take at least a year off. But Pittsburgh immediately becomes the best opening out there. Not because they're the most talented team. They're not, but they don't fire people. So, Mike was there for 19 years, hadn't won a playoff game in 9 years, and they didn't fire him this year. They wanted him back still. So, Brian Flores, he immediately interviewed over there. If Pittsburgh offers you that job, you take that job. You're going to be there for decades.
Them in Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati won't give you resources.
They don't fire people too.
Yeah, Cincinnati won't give you any resources. But they'll give you time.
They'll
give you time.
Money.
No money. No scouting department. Your GM has like 4 employees, but you'll have time.
You could be the only team that didn't fire their coach in that. Well, that's not looking for a new coach.
I think. Yeah. I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's only because Mike Brown is the cheapest owner in the NFL because he makes his money solely off of the Bengals. So he can't afford to fire a coach and have to still pay him and then pay somebody else. That's the only reason he keeps him around.
Mark Davis came for that crown. All right, Mark Davis could not fire John Gruden because that's why that all came out, because he could not afford to fire John Gruden, so he fired him for cause.
Yeah, fire him for cause.
He needed a reason.
He said, what would my dad do? Right. He said, how did my dad always fire coaches and not pay them?
Right.
Always for cause.
Al Davis always had a loophole to he first of all, he didn't pay them anything when he hired them. And then we fired them. He's like, I'm not honoring that contract. Get out of my office.
Still owe Mike Shanahan money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I think it's like $800 or something.
Yeah, I
Something
think so,
trivial.
I ain't paying you $800. Get out of my face. Yo,
It's
that
something
man-
small,
that
but it's
man-
the principle of it. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
man had a
Chain-
press conference. He had a press conference
chainmail
just to
sweater.
tell us how bad Lane Kiffin was. A
That was
full-on
the
press
best.
conference.
Well, with an overhead projector.
It's amazing.
The
Not
throwback.
only,
why
not
this
only
is
did he have a
best
press
NBA.
conference about how bad the coach that he just fired was. Like you thought, oh man, you thought if you thought Steve Bisciotti was cooking yesterday,
Al Davis.
you got to if it's out there, you got to pull up the footage when Al Davis fired Lane Kiffin, and I mean, only thing I was missing from that was the ether beat. Okay?
He wrote a letter to the University of Tennessee, who had two highly respected coaches at the time, and told them that Lane Kiffin was going to burn their university to the ground. And then he was right.
He was right.
Yeah,
He was right.
Yeah.
He was right.
He did a half an hour presser, which was just a diss track. Okay,
literally.
like he crushed Lane Kiffin in that presser.
man,
I-
I like it.
Had the Band-Aid on like Nelly and
Exactly,
everything.
right, yeah. When Al got senile, it was must see TV. But it was like,
Mhm.
oh my God.
Jemiah Barnes, what's going on? Thanks for coming
Yes,
through. Stranger
Hey.
says, can't afford to fire a coach. Tell me you don't understand finances without telling me you don't understand finances. Yeah, we understand finances. They couldn't afford to fire him.
The coaches' contracts are fully
like-
guaranteed.
They're fully guaranteed, and that comes out of the owner's pocket, not the team's pocket. We
Mhm.
understand finances.
Right.
Yeah,
Tell,
players.
tell me you don't understand football without telling me you don't understand football.
Players get paid through the collective bargaining agreement, the
They
media
get paid from the
deals.
league. Yeah.
The media deals, all that. Coaches get paid. If I got $100,000 in my pocket, I'll give you $100,000 in my pocket.
What was John Gruden's
$100 million.
$100 million, yeah.
10
Okay,
years,
so-
$100 million.
So $100 million, right? The $10 million a year. 2 years in, you realize I made a mistake. He got kicked out $80 million. We understand finances. Mark
Yeah.
Davis said,
I ain't paying that.
I ain't got it.
Because you're paying $80 million, then you got to then you're paying your next coach 30 maybe. I don't know, maybe depending on what contract you. So you're paying 120 or 110 overall, and you ain't what?
Right. And,
Nah,
and then if you understand finances, you know, all of these owners may be multimillionaires, but they don't all have the money in the bank. Some
Yes.
of it is property, the places. If you understand finances, they don't have the actual money in the bank. If you understand finances,
Because they got to put everything in escrow. Because they got to put everything in escrow for the
it's
For
for
the-
the bonuses,
for the
for
bonus.
the guaranteed
Yeah.
money.
And some of these owners only do football, like we said.
Well,
Davis,
Brown.
Brown.
It's only two of them.
Yeah, just Davis and Brown.
It's just them two.
Yeah, everyone else is like and the Roonies. Roonies don't do anything
all
else.
right, look, listen, there's 125 people in here. First of all, hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. But it's always one person. It's always somebody, right? Like
Right.
why we're giving our opinions here. We're talking about things. Why everybody comes in here? Not everybody, but there's always somebody comes in here and is an expert and wants to tell us what we don't know. When that person in reality doesn't know what they're talking
Right.
about.
Right.
Right? They're like, oh, well, you've never played a game before. You never coached at that level. Well, have you coached at that level? Well, no. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Why are you here?
Where's your resume at, guys? But hey, I don't have a resume, but I know that the owner agreed with what I said because he did
There was a guy
exactly
that
what we
came-
talked about. He did
There was a
exactly what we
guy.
talked
There was a
about.
guy that came in here one time and told me that we've never played at a high level before. And I said, "What NFL team did you play for?" And he was like, "Well, you know, I once scored 4 touchdowns in my high school football
Okay.
at Polk High." I'm like, "Okay, well, thanks for coming."
Hit that like and subscribe button, baby.
The fellas at the shoe shop.
More
at
follows,
time,
more problems, I guess.
Kwame, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, man. But I glanced over at the chat and I see you taking shots at Bryce Young, man. What's going on?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, well, hold on. What do you say? Because you've been misreading.
He said, tell Bryce Young there's a height requirement for the rides.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I can't defend you there. You know,
Thanks.
the last couple of times he was showing Panther some love, and you took it as disrespect. That's all.
No,
I'm saying.
and then
Yeah,
earlier,
I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm gonna take it as disrespect. But,
like that scene in 40-year-old version. You threw a lot of words at me right now. I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna take that as disrespect. Because earlier he said he couldn't see that small quarterback in my background.
Wow.
So that's what he said.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah,
So okay. One more thing I want to get y'all opinions on before we before we have some fun here. One thing that EDC and Steve Bisciotti stressed a couple of times was Lamar's contract, right? Bisciotti said he wants to get that done soon, right? EDC also stressed that, hey, it's important to get that done so he has enough cap room to get a big ticket player in free agency, something that he hasn't ever said, really, right? How do y'all what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, do you think they are going to get a deal done soon? Do you think they do use that money to get Lamar some help? Like, what are your thoughts?
I think they'll get a deal done with Lamar, and I think that they will not use that money in free agency on a big ticket item. He also came back and was like, can't really trade for anybody that's good because that costs too much. So I don't think. Now that's not to say they're not going to sign any good players. They're not going to go, 20, 30 million in free agency on one top guy. I just don't see him doing that. And there's nothing wrong with not doing that in and of itself, depending on what else you do. But I do think that they're going to get an extension done with Lamar. I think that, we talked about it a lot, and they kind of, and Bisciotti mentioned as well, like Lamar was never going to say, yeah, get rid of John. I don't like John. I don't want him to be the coach. But I'm sure that with Harbaugh gone, I don't want to say he's happy about it because I'm sure that all the players like Harbaugh, right?
But there's
a certain optimism moving forward, probably.
Yeah.
And being involved in the coaching search, I'm sure he's feeling like a major part of the team, and he wants to be there, and he wants to kind of rally back and get things back on the right track. So I think he'll get the extension done. They're going to open up a lot of cap room there. Maybe they'll cut some of the other guys, open up some more cap room there, and then they'll be able to go and fix some of the issues that held them back this season.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to get a deal done. They said before the season they were going to make Lamar the highest paid player in the NFL, like hands down. And I think with the communication, listening to them, they speak to him multiple times a week. So I think it's just inevitable for them to get this deal done. And as far as EDC making a splash move, I believe in him. I think that his job is on the line, and he's going to change his tune and do something different. So when things get as darkest and Ravens fans start barking, look out for that Julius Pepper signing. We're going to get him. Big name ticket, splash.
Because, they could take the money right now and give it to Lamar right now. Or they can give the money and surround him with pieces and then pay him later and convince him, like, please stay. Look what we've done. Here's more money on this time around as well. Either way, Lamar wins because he's going to get paid either way. But EDC saves his job only in one way, which is creating a better team. So he has to create a better team, because if he doesn't and they bounce out again, he's gone.
Well, spoiler alert, they've already created a better team by firing John Harbaugh. So he's good.
Because I think we talked about it in the morning, where I think Jose pointed out to is, the players didn't develop. We're blaming the coach. We'll fire the coach. Okay.
Thanks, Giselle.
But if we're doing the same thing, even after we fired the coach, you're gone. You're gone. So do you want your job or don't you want your job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why I'm kind of with B. I think that he might be intrigued at getting a high, more intrigued, like seriously intrigued about getting a high ticketed player, depending on free agency. But like you said, the priority is fixing the O-line more than anything. So if I think, if you go that route and you get some good guards, because we keep saying, hey, if they just get solid guys, a step up from what we have, then that greatly improves the O-line. But why stop there? Why not try to build a wall? So maybe he goes out there and tries to get, like the top guys out there, really solidify that O-line and spends money on them, like the Panthers did, right? And just to make sure that's taken care of, then I'll feel a lot better about what we do the rest of the offseason. Like, I still want to go get a wide receiver. I think I would still say, hey, either get us a tackle to replace Ronnie Stanley, or trade that pick. You know how I feel about Jettas. You know how I feel about Justin Jefferson. Get Justin Jefferson, get AJ Brown, get somebody.
George Pickens.
George Pickens, yeah, get somebody.
He gonna be like, Brandon Ayuk, come on down.
Hey, shout out for the super chat, JR. Appreciate that. Says if we trade, roast them fast.
Good Lord.
Glizzy Gobbler Marlowe. Wow. Casper the Ghost, aka Mark Andrews. Extend Lamar. We can have just about 100 million cap space. Also, no DBs first round this draft.
I swear, y'all living in fantasy land. You think somebody gonna trade for Mark Andrews right after you extended him for 13 million a year?
Thanks.
He is a shell of a player who was already unreliable.
Let me ask y'all this, because we looked at the guards out there. We can get solid guards out there, and we don't necessarily have to break the bank on those guys.
Right.
If they got two guards and they went and signed George Pickens, Dallas doesn't franchise tag them, they don't sign them, and we get them in free agency. Would you be that mad they drafted a cornerback in the first round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because look, that's not all you need.
Right.
No.
Right. So yeah, even if we're not looking at the offense anymore, like let's say they fixed the O-line, they got the guards, they fixed the O-line. You got George Pickens to be the number one, Zay the 1B, whatever. Let's even say you bring back Isaiah Likely, so you got tight end locked down, right? Let's say all that's true. You still need edge and interior D-line way more than corner.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. Yep, I agree.
And you got to resign your center.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
That's the big ticket item right there, and that's what he's going to tell you too. He going to re-sign Linderbaum. He's like, "We did it, guys.
You got it.
Mission accomplished."
Show's over.
Ain't got no more money.
Likely's going to Carolina because I didn't say 2.
So said, Ferris, congrats on your new coach.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Oh, is it? Isn't he still up there first?
Do we have breaking news?
He's still up there, but the report is he told the Giants he wants to honor his commitment to taking the other meetings that he promised. He's going. Yeah. And he's
like, all right, go ahead, man.
No, the meeting after us is Tennessee. Okay.
He's going to take the meetings after he signs that deal.
Yeah, they're still talking.
He said, "Thank you for the $20 million offer. I need to go see if these other fools, candidates are willing to give me more."
Yes.
You think Tennessee wouldn't offer him 20, 22, 23 million? Of course they would.
They will. Yeah.
You never know. That's what happened with Matt Rule, right? The Giants wanted him. He wanted to go to the Giants. Carolina offered him more. He went back to the Giants, and they were like, pass.
That's and you know what? They made the right decision.
Yeah, pat on the back.
And then they immediately made the wrong.
What's going on?
And then they made the wrong decision right after. Yes. It's like Joe Judge, baby. Joe Judge, everyone.
Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the Purple Rain podcast. That's my guy Sutton there. We do a show together on Coach's channel every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, the Ravens Roundup. He also has a new channel, Raven or Sutton Reacts. Sutton Reacts. Plug your channel in the chat, Sutton, so people will go subscribe. All right.
Come on, easy.
I was about to put that up there.
The quarterback they got this year that broke is like nobody forgot about that 7th round pick. We just don't care.
I mean,
hey, if he can play, he can play. Cool.
Yeah, if he can play, he can play.
I mean,
but 99% of 7th round picks can't.
I mean, you mean both of them that got hurt?
Well,
yeah. Both of them 6th round picks that got hurt. Okay. So we got 2 of them.
But no, I'm with you. I was just curious to see what you guys felt, because look, we got Nate Wiggins. It's time for him to step up and be that number 1 corner. We got Tampa. We got and honestly, I like what I saw from him. I mean, he didn't play that much, but I thought he played solid. You know, it's time for him to grow in that role. And I mean, look, man, like, get those guys later. Okay, we don't have to have the best of the best out there. Some solid guys. We got 2 first-round safeties out there. You better make it work.
Right.
So who would you want in the draft?
So if we get
whoa.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, my bad. We got a match. You know what? Let's get into it. There's 150 people in here. Let's take a quick moment. Okay, we gotta plug our stuff. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. That's the pin link that you see in the chat box. For just $5, as little as $5 a month, you can get access to our overtime show, and we're going to be talking about American basketball, the state of American basketball, and how it's being coached to our youth today. And this is sparked from an argument between Kendrick Perkins and Richard Jefferson about are players soft nowadays? Are they being taught the right things? Very heated discussion. We actually played a clip of it earlier this morning. I might play it later on, so you guys get a little preview of that. But we'll be discussing that, and we have a few coaches coming on to give their thoughts on that. So come check it out. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. That's for $5. If you want to spend money on the $10 tier, you get a nice little coin here. If you don't know what that is, that's one of our original logos. Okay, and it says LBHT Crew on it. Established 2020. All right, so go check it out. Well worth the price of admission. Shook says $5 in this economy. Yes, Shook. All right, okay. Mock draft time. It was so funny, Hendo. What you laughing?
Shug. I'm laughing at Shug. He's so rude.
Oh, yeah, Shug's rude. Okay.
I ain't talking about Hendo or Ferris.
Although I have coached before.
Facts.
Oh, there you go. Then you're a coach. Okay. All right. Mock draft. You want to start with the mock draft?
Sure.
Now we've put together Adelia, our super producer, put together a nice visual for you guys. We're not going to do it like we used to, where we just go over to PFF or Draft Nation, whatever, and do the mock draft that way, which I still like.
Yeah, we'll do that in the off season when there's less to talk about and we're closer to the draft, and we can do more rounds and all that.
This is more visually appealing. We already did the mock draft behind the scenes. We already did the mock draft, and we're showing you our results. This is just for the first 3 rounds: Ravens and Panthers. All right. So what do we have?
Starting off with, okay, calm down. Okay. Starting off with the team needs for both teams. Baltimore, you got offensive guard, obviously, the interior D-line, wide receiver, the major needs. Carolina, everything. We will go ahead and move on past that. Everything but quarterback for Carolina. Now, round 1, the Baltimore Ravens on the clock. They're locked in right now with pick 14, unless EDC's feeling a little pressure and decides to move. Mm-hmm. But Jose decided to take Spencer Fano.
Yes. Okay. So let me explain this pick. This is considering that we already went and took care of the guard positions. I know a lot of y'all thinking we get the guard positions, we're good at O-line. We don't need to do anything else. Well, y'all complain about Ronnie Stanley as well, right? And yes, Ronnie Stanley is a little bit older. He's been injured more times than not recently. Although I believe a lot of that had to do with the coach as well. But if we do need to move on from Ronnie Stanley, you have to start planning for that now, right? Mm-hmm. You can't just say get rid of him and then we'll figure it out, because that's what they thought they were going to do 2 years ago. They thought they weren't going to pay him, and then they're like, "Oh, hold up, we don't have a plan B. Let's go ahead and give him his money." So if we're going to move on, this is the move to make right here, right? We don't have to get rid of Ronnie Stanley right away. We can rotate Spencer in. He can even play, maybe play the interior possibly, but we can get him some reps. He doesn't have to be a full-time starter yet, and he can work his way into that left tackle spot full-time, and then we can move on for Ronnie Stanley if needed. Mm-hmm. And that's the scouting report right there. Fano projects as an immediate NFL starter with legitimate Pro Bowl upside, offering day one impact as both a run blocker and pass protector. His rare combination of movement skills and natural power allows him to fit virtually any scheme, though he's ideally suited for a wide zone system that accentuates his ability to operate in space. He consistently shows the athleticism to mirror edge speed while maintaining balance and control through contact. The primary question at the next level will be functional mass and arm length, sparking debate over whether his long-term home is at tackle or guard. There you go. So, he might have the ability. It looks like he has the ability to play guard. So that's, that'll take care of one of the guard positions right there. Still, the tape supports his ability to survive on the edge. What truly separates Fano from other athletic linemen in the class is his finishing mentality. He plays with violence, urgency, and intent to dominate. With a refined technical foundation, high football intelligence, and a nasty streak coaches love, Fano carries true blue chip value and minimal developmental risk.
Those are the guys that always bust. All right, on the clock, Carolina. Pick 19. He said, so we have a lot of needs here, but the number one thing is always supporting your quarterback. So we go with Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon, super athletic, big time playmaker, and a guy who will add some explosive ability to the Panthers offense, and maybe, just maybe, get rid of that logjam of tight end threes that they keep rolling out there every week.
Yeah,
with Jatavian Sanders and Tommy Tremble and Mitchell Evans.
And if he's there that late, I think that's a steal for y'all.
Yeah. Sadiq offers clear NFL appeal as a vertical tight end whose downfield production and speed create matchup stress against linebackers and safeties. His route precision and feel for spacing project to early contributions as a receiving threat, particularly in play action and seam concepts. However, his 245-pound frame and inconsistent blocking, don't care, raise concerns about full-time usage, as tight ends who struggle in protection are often limited in specialty roles at the next level. While his athleticism gives him an advantage in coverage matchups, that same lack of mass is exposed when anchoring against NFL edge defenders. Effort and football intelligence suggest his technique can improve, but size limitations cap his ceiling as an inline blocker. His draft outlook hinges on proving he can handle an expanded role at Oregon. The upside is real, but teams will need to decide whether Sadiq profiles as a versatile weapon or a situational receiving specialist. Yeah, I'm not super concerned about the blocking. We need guys who can catch the ball and make plays through the air. They have to have that down there in Carolina. So that's what we got for round one for Carolina and Baltimore. Hendo, Ferris, you guys, you have any thoughts on the picks?
I don't know where my graphic is.
What do you have a graphic?
I'm sorry.
You did the awards.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't asked about this. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I
just asked you.
Unlike my counterpart, who's a little offended, I like the pick. I'm also a big fan. If Francis Mulgau was at 14, you can also go with him. Like someone brought up in the chat, I'm a big fan of him. That Miami offensive line has, I think, about 4 to 5 NFL offensive linemen, both tackles. Him and Samson Okunaloda and Mark Bell, their guard, who was I think 6'9", 385. So. Either he's pretty good as well, but this pick is great. Francis would be great. This is a good pick all around. Big fan.
I want to push back on Rome a little bit. He says Fano isn't a guard. You can't play him at guard for this team. We clearly prefer big 325 plus pound guards, especially considering that our center is undersized. Well, one, we don't know what this team prefers. We don't have a coaching staff yet. Two, we don't know if we have a center because he's a free agent right now. We haven't re-signed Linderbaum yet.
And so, 3, how's that big guard on the right side working out for you? Skill is what matters. Size is not a skill.
Yeah. So, This is just us. We don't know who the coach is and what they prefer. But the point is getting an O lineman, and they are, to your point, like there are a lot of good O linemen in this draft apparently, and Vega is one of them that Ziad is mentioning. Francis Mayoga, Mayoga, I can't pronounce his name.
No one
but
knows his name.
yes, the Miami tackle, he's another one. So they're it could be Fano, it could be the other Utah tackle. There's a lot of options there.
Moving on to round 2, Baltimore up on the clock again. They hit the O-line in round 1. Their needs still interior D-line, wide receiver, and Jose went with, well, what Jose went with was the best nickname in the draft.
Hey, Ferris, do you know Dominique Orange's nickname? Yeah. Anybody? Don't say it. It's anybody in it? Is it? Where is it?
Yeah.
Right there.
It's a nickname right there.
Right there. Oh, I missed it. Oh man.
People with the
Big citrus.
Big citrus. Hey, well, listen. It was either Big Citrus or The Godfather, and The Godfather it's been kind of used up a little bit. So, Big Citrus, baby, Big Citrus. Yes, and that's our interior D line. Let's get the description on this guy. Orange presents an intriguing evaluation built on raw power and disruptive potential, though technical inconsistencies complicate his projection. His upper body strength allows him to dent interior pockets and create pressure with pure force, but that same aggressive style can compromise gap discipline, a concern for NFL defensive line coaches. His physical transformation speaks to strong work ethic, yet limited arm length and rising pad level expose flaws that are amplified against higher level competition. As a run defender, Orange flashes dominance when he plays with proper leverage, but struggles against double teams and can lose control of his assignment. As a pass rusher, his closing speed and power offer upside, though a lack of bend and inconsistent hand usage cap his ceiling. Orange projects best as a developmental interior defender with rotational value, particularly on passing downs. Teams willing to invest time in refining his technique could unlock a useful contributor, but patience will be required.
You just described Rashid Hageman? Is that what that is? I remember Rashid Hageman.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's basically him. He was interior pass rusher, maybe a good run defender, but you need time and patience with the guy.
Yeah, and if we're getting somebody like Flores, he can unlock the potential in a player like this.
Andrew Van Dinkel,
or mentor, like any
Rosala.
Like defensive, Rosala. So
yeah.
I know Peter Woods is better. Peter Woods going high in the first round.
Not if you listen to Chris.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, maybe I misread the tweet, but it sounded like Chris says stay away from one Peter Woods.
Yeah,
which tracks he's from Clemson. You don't want them bums.
Yeah, him and TJ Parker, they didn't pop on the screen this year. They kind of disappeared a bit.
This is the second round, so if we're getting Peter Woods light, all right, Big Citrus. All right, who are the Panthers picking?
The Panthers have had a lot of issues in the secondary. I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if y'all saw the playoff game, but Matt Stafford kind of went right down the field on him. Went for over 300 yards on him. They gave up 3rd and long at a higher rate than anybody in the league by a wide margin because they cannot cover. Right. So enter Keontae Scott, out a slot corner out of Miami. You may know him from having a pick 6 in their recent playoff game. But we go ahead and switch over to the scouting report here. Scott projects as a plug-and-play nickel defender whose game is built on aggression and controlled chaos. His willingness to be nasty in tight spaces shows up immediately on film, and his blitzing ability gives defensive coordinators a real weapon in sub-packages. That 5-sack season in Miami reflects legitimate burst, timing, and a finisher's mindset. He's also ahead of the curve as a run defender, holding up against power concepts that often overwhelm slot corners at the next level. The red flag is tackling consistency. Missed tackles and poor angles won't survive Sundays, and cleaning up his technique is non-negotiable. Coverage-wise, Scott fits best inside where his physicality and instincts shine. Attempts to move him outside expose limitations against bigger receivers. That's fine. His value is downhill attacking crossers, attacking crossers, triggering in zone, and creating pressure. He profiles as a day 3 target with immediate sub package and special teams value, and enough edge to climb boards if a team buys into the mentality. So, yeah, this is Carolina's got J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson on the outside, and they've done an admirable job for the most part. Nobody else on that team could cover anybody at all. So that it was a big time need for Carolina. You might say it's a reach, but I'm a Miami fan, and I believe in Keontae. And I think by the time the draft rolls around, he will be going on day 2. And I think like it says, he will just slide in there and be their day 1 slot corner, their day 1 nickelback. And hopefully teams won't have a free pass all the way down the field against Carolina next year.
Ja Wayne said Amari Washington would have been his pick in the 2nd round. He wasn't on the board.
Because he's going.
Yeah, he wasn't on board. Like we did on my draft. Like like he wasn't available. That was definitely somebody I had my eye on.
I mean, you can't just say names. I mean, if we're just gonna say names, I want Ruben Bain in the 2nd. Pick from who's there.
All right, round 3. All right, Skylar Bell. This is Big Reg's. This is his guy here from UConn. We still need to add some wide receivers on the team. Even if we go and get somebody in free agency, I say more. Okay, if we go and sign George Pickens, and we got George Pickens, we got Zay Flowers, we got Tez Walker flashing, I say more. Okay, we got Rashad Bateman. More.
Also, too, for Amari Washington, he's returning to Oregon, so he won't be in the draft.
Okay, well, too bad for him. We already drafted him, so it's too late for him to declare. All right, Scouting report: at 6 foot, 185 pounds, with verified 4.4 speed, Bell offers an NFL caliber vertical threat that immediately grabs evaluators' attention. His speed isn't hollow. He pairs it with nuanced route pacing, understanding leverage, timing, and when to accelerate. His 149-yard, 3-touchdown performance against UAB highlighted a versatile skill set, and his 101-catch season included real production against Power 4 competition, not just inflated volume.
Nice.
Concerns remain with play strength and consistency. Physical corners can disrupt him at the line. Contested catches are not his game, and prior drop issues still linger despite improvement. With Wisconsin to UConn transfer, the Wisconsin to UConn transfer will raise system questions for scouts. That said, speed changes evaluations. Facts. Bell projects best as a slot or Z receiver in 11 personnel, where he can stretch coverage vertically, win at route stems, and generate yard after catch. He profiles as a mid-round target with special teams value and early rotational upside. Blackfair said, he said he's transferring to Oregon.
Who, Amari Washington, the guy they wanted?
No, did you just said?
He was saying Amari Washington's going back to school.
He's going back to school.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Why was you talking about
Skylar Bell? No. Yeah, he's going to the draft. Yeah, he's.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, got you. I misunderstood what you said earlier.
Sorry about
all
that.
Right, but yes, no, that's all good. So that's my pick there. Add some more wide receiver depth. It's somebody that could they can go ahead and push Rashad Bateman out if he can't get his act together.
All right, the last pick of our mock draft here, Carolina in round 3. If you don't know, our current linebackers are Christian Roseboom and Trevin Wallace, and Christian is a free agent, in fact. So nothing there. Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech is a guy who they were kind of making a campaign for the Heisman this year. He had a great season. Don't look at the number of missed tackles, but look at all the awards on the right side. Okay. That's what you want to focus on. And we go ahead and flip over to the scouting report here for Jacob. He projects as a draftable linebacker whose value lies in polish, instincts, and immediate utility rather than raw traits. At 235 pounds, he consistently maximizes his frame with disciplined leverage, sharp angles, and strong anticipation, showing highlighted by a 127 tackle season. Reflects a defender who lives around the football, a trait scouts trust even when measurables don't pop. While passing down coverage against dynamic tight ends may limit his every down ceiling, Rodriguez offers clear early value as a run defender, interior blitzer, and special teams contributor. His quarterback background shows up on tape through pre-snap recognition and quick diagnostic ability. Excuse me. Traits defensive coordinators prize. Best suited for 3-4 fronts, let inside linebackers play downhill. Rodriguez profiles as a mid to late round pick capable of outperforming his slot. He may not be flashy, but he's reliable, assignment sound, and exactly the kind of player coaches trust on Sundays, which is exactly the kind of player that Carolina does not have on defense in the linebacking core.
Okay, B, Game Too Easy has a question for you. He says, how would you feel about trading for Roquan?
No, take that nonsense down.
Wow.
Why? Why are you asking? Why would you ask?
He said because you're trying to draft somebody to miss tackle. He's like, we got somebody to miss tackle.
Right here for you.
Well, no. But to be honest, it would depend on what Baltimore wanted for him. A day 3 pick, sure. Send him over.
And he says here he tore up BYU in their game. He was in on every tackle, very consistent. Yeah. There you go.
But there is one thing when you watched the Texas Tech losses, it's against teams that ran very much power and they ran right at him. Like Oregon and some of the other teams, he's like fast, he can slip certain blocks on the second level, but when someone gets a hand on him, it's over for him, not them. Yeah. So that's the one problem with Jacob.
That's okay. They're starting from zero in the linebacking core. Yeah. And we gotta improve by any means necessary. Okay.
Yeah. If you're watching the replay of this, leave in the comments what do your own mock draft and tell us what you end up picking. Okay. I'm giving myself a pat on the back here. Okay, for the first 3 rounds. I'll do. Look, this is just a little preliminary one. When I played around with it, and I did a 6-round mock draft. I was sick to my stomach. We had way too many picks. I was just like, why am I still here?
That's why we did 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Because it's always Baltimore that want to stay long after everybody else went home, long after the DJ done packed up and everything, and Baltimore still out there trying to dance, trying to put in requests. No, man, get out.
Party's over and they're still dancing in the corner.
So that's one of the things I'm curious to see because I think EDC is going to approach this offseason differently than he's ever approached anything before. Do they hold on to those draft picks? I can't imagine they hold on to all those draft picks. I think listen, when your seat's a little warm, like your man just got fired, and the owner kind of made some hints like, hey, I'm looking at you, big dog, looking at you. He wasn't doing good with your picks. He didn't develop your guys, right? Now you better make sure your guys can actually play.
I would have looked right back in his face and said, other people developed them. It ain't my picks.
No, he didn't. But as I'm saying, he didn't blame him. He just said, "Hey, the next guy better make your picks work, right? You don't care about other guys develop my guys. I don't care about other teams. I'm caring about this team.
I'm saying like the GM can't develop players. That's not his job. They don't have any part of that.
So it's his job to pick the right players for the coach. Though.
Yeah, if the coach can't develop players, there's nothing the GM can do about that. So if you look at the guys and you say, "Hey, these guys are the players we thought they were," and other coaches showed that. You better pick the right coach, good big dog.
No, you get the right coach. You get the right players for your coach, and there is something that GM can do. He can get fired.
Yeah. Like you said, it, the GM cannot develop players. So if you have coaches who can't do it, that's not on the GM.
No, it is on the GM. He has to get the right players for the coach. It's on the GM.
How is it on the GM if your coach can't develop somebody?
You have to get look. It's a paired thing. right? If the coach sucks, obviously, yes. Then the coach got to get fired. No.
Brodny's frozen.
No,
okay. He's back. He's back.
Hey, Ferris. Hey, Ferris.
Wait, say something, B.
I said I'm back.
What did I do?
Okay.
No, hey, Ferris.
What?
Today it ain't me and you.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. No, obviously, if the coach is bad, yes, you gotta get rid of
seats in the house.
But the GM's job is to make sure he's getting the right coaches or the right players for the coach's system, right? And yes, the coach has to develop the players, which is why Steve Bisciotti said that in the press conference that the coach and staff failed him, did a terrible job developing players that's supposed to take the next step. Mm-hmm. But if the next coach comes in and players still aren't taking the next step, then we're going to be looking at the evaluator.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I will be pointing out that, hey, when my guys leave Baltimore, they develop just fine.
Well, not all of them. I mean, yes.
One.
5 out of the 65 that I drafted made it. Yes.
Hey, listen. Hey, I re-signed all the rest of them at your orders. All right, so I don't want to hear about that.
I'm just saying, there's more pressure. I'm sorry, Ferris. There's more pressure on him to hit on more of these players. And if there's a little bit more pressure, I say you don't play around with 20 picks, right? Move up and get some guys that you're more confident about.
Hey man, if I'm hitting 800, I'm gonna take 30 picks.
That's like, go ahead, Chris.
Because the thing people talk about development is, are you developing them within your system? Are they good within your system? Some of the players you guys talk about weren't good within their system. That's the problem. We're not just talking about development here. We're talking about development specifically for what we do here. And they weren't good for what we do here. Then when we got rid of them, some guy named Odafe Oweh gets 3 sacks in the playoff game.
He had 10 sacks last year in Baltimore.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys, apparently he didn't work. Apparently,
they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah. So do they work within the system? Like, do they work within the system?
Y'all don't like him, but Brandon Stevens was working in the system that you had that worked.
I wanted to keep him.
Right? When you had a defensive coordinator, he worked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Brandon Stevens was one of the ones he hit on. I know people didn't like him here, but is he frozen? No, he's not frozen.
No, for me, the whole screen freezes.
Oh, okay. Somebody's internet telling on themselves. Okay.
All right.
Look who has the pocket internet now, guys.
Oh no, brother.
Look who now.
But here's the thing: the chat's still moving. It's the two opposite corners that keep freezing up. Piano man.
I'm just saying, I like Brandon
Stevens. I lost my background.
I like Brandon Stevens. I thought they should have kept him. Like, not everybody can be a lockdown corner, right? You drafted him in the 3rd round. He was a developmental player, and he developed into a solid starter. Right? You want a shutdown corner? Pay for a shutdown corner.
Sure.
Yeah. Or even better, realize they don't exist.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I don't know. Derek Stingley and Kamari Lattimore. Let's talk to Houston. Houston.
I mean,
I saw this guy called Derek Stingley play the other day. He looked pretty.
I saw Kamari Lattimore. They're like,
Hey, but first, when you got 2.2 seconds less than everybody else to throw.
That is also true. That is also true.
When it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard for me to drop back and be like, he's open. Oh no.
Yeah. When you have 2 psychopaths hunting you down from the edges, it does help the back line. It does help. So y'all need to draft the Will Anderson Jr. That's what you guys need to do, and never send him out in coverage ever. Just say, hey,
this barbecue Brandon. Let me ask y'all something. Would you rather Brandon Stevens or Marlon Humphrey?
Like today?
Oh, now Hendo's frozen.
No.
Oh, we found a culprit. You're frozen.
There it is.
I'm frozen. Y'all affected me.
You see,
but I'm taking Brandon Stevens.
See, this is a pocket.
You like that, don't you?
It's a pocket right here.
But first, it happens all the time.
But
I'm taking Brandon Stevens because there was a point in during the season for about an 8-week span that Brandon Stevens was the best cover corner in the NFL.
Yeah.
Marlon has not been that at all this season.
Some saying Marlo, some saying Stevens. I'm talking about Marlo like right now. I ain't talking about like all time.
Yeah, not taking Marlo on his last leg.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You could ask me that Marlo or Caleb Evans. I'll probably take Evans, so he'll be around longer.
Marlo, I think he's still good in the red zone, but he doesn't have to cover anybody deep. His instincts knows how to make plays. There's the value, but just overall, no, I'll take Stevens. The great ones, 5052. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Says, what do you guys think about Flores interviewing with the Steelers? Ravens need to stop playing. He is legit the best candidate. Hey, like they're doing the due diligence. Listen, we already interviewed Flores. We interviewed him yesterday. If the Steelers don't want to go do due diligence and interview other coaches and say, okay, we're just go ahead and make him an offer and he goes there. There are other coaching candidates, right? Yes, I prefer
Cliff Kingsbury.
Well, no, and we'll be back here in a couple of years. We'll be having another press conference with Steve Bisciotti. But no,
with a new GM.
but no, like I'm fine with the process, right? I'm fine with it. Yes, I prefer Flores, but you want to talk to everybody and get input, as much input as you want, because both of our teams, and I don't think the Steelers are going to rush to sign him. Like both of our teams hire coaches for long periods of time. It's not you're going to be here for a couple of years and then we're going to look for somebody else. The coach that they get, they expect that coach to be here for at least a decade. We've only had 3 coaches in Ravens existence.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, counterpoint though. Ferris, how do you feel about the I'm going to grab the microphone and tell everybody I'm in love with John Harbaugh approach, as opposed to interviewing other candidates?
I think they're stupid, and they just basically admitted that the 2 Rooney Rule interviews were shams.
Again, where's your interview?
We interviewed Antonio Pierce and Raheem Morris.
We already knew that. We know about the Giants.
Yeah, there's always some Giants fan.
Probably interviewed them at the same time.
Yeah, there's always a Giants fan who says like, "Oh, they're not racist. Look at the black people we employ." It's like, okay. Like, oh, Ronnie Barnes, guys. All right. Oh, but Wellington Mara's favorite player was Tiki Barber.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, guess what? Sean Penn liked black women in one battle after another. That don't mean nothing. Racists. Right. You know what I mean? It don't mean nothing. Black. That doesn't mean anything. They literally just admitted that.
Let her in my house all the time.
Exactly. They literally admitted, bro. Like they just admitted, like all these interviews they're doing is a sham. These are all shams. Like they've admitted it. And you when someone tells you what they are for years, you gotta believe them.
Yeah. And Jose,
is there a black offensive candidate? Bieniemy. Bieniemy hasn't gotten any interviews. We haven't. Are you talking about in general or just the Ravens?
I think it's in general. I think it's literally just Bieniemy and throwing Brian Leftwich, but he's been silent for 2 years.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
That's it. Like everyone. This year is a pretty defensive group.
Yeah.
The only offense. Well, Nathan from Shieldhouse from the Rams. I think that's the one.
But like B said, like the league is starting to shift to, into the defensive direction again, which is why I think a lot of these coaches are getting are getting interviews, which is kind of ironic, right? Because a lot of you've seen a lot of black coaches get interviews because for a long time it was offensive league, and black coaches were getting pushed into defensive coordinator positions and not getting those opportunities.
Oh yeah, there you go, Mike McDaniel. Forgot about him.
Mike McDaniel.
He's the Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, but they're getting pushed into these defensive coordinator positions and not getting opportunities for head coaching, right? For head coaching candidates. But now that the league is shifting towards defense, all your top candidates are black, because that's where all the black coaches go to become defensive coordinators.
And some of them are former players as well, like D'Amico, Raheem. I think Brian played. I don't know if he played in the NFL, but he played. Mike Tomlin was a defensive back for William and Mary. So yeah. So there's that. Oh, that's where Leftwich is. Okay, he's in Colorado.
Did he interview the Rams OC? No, I don't. Did he? Let me pull the list.
The Steelers have.
Okay.
Steelers have.
Baltimore is not interviewed.
Yeah. The Steelers have. But yeah, it is what it is,
Yeah, go get Brian Flores now.
I did not. Marlon Humphrey seems like he's way older than 29, but also
he's
way
29.
Way younger at the same time. Like he's
crazy. 29.
Yeah.
Yo, why does it feel like he's been in our lives for like 35 years?
I know, man.
Dude, oh my god.
All right.
It's the podcast.
All right, we gotta do these awards. And then we're gonna try to wrap up in the next 20 minutes or so. All right, and we gotta go over to the overtime show. All right. The 2025 LBHT 2025 Season Awards with Hendo from the Roll Pod
And Ferris.
I was wrong. I was wrong. Mike Tomlin was a receiver. I apologize. Thank you, Killer Cam. He coached defensive backs in Tampa Bay. My apologies. That is my fault.
There you go. All right, and thank you again, Adelia, for the graphics. Really appreciate this. All right, what we got here?
2025 Comeback Player of the Year. Let's let Ferris go ahead and give your pick, since you're not in the slides, since you didn't submit anything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. I'll go with Caleb Williams.
That was the wrong choice.
Okay, I don't know.
Don't let the man dissuade you from your pick.
I'm gonna go Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Next year, starting next year, for our awards at least, you will have to have been injured to win Comeback Player of the Year. Not, he sucked. Now he's good. And Caleb didn't even really suck last year. He just, people hate Caleb.
Sorry.
This is a troll right here.
Facts. Facts. Danity.
That's a troll.
All right.
Time out.
Oh,
and Hendo picking Aiden Hutchinson. Okay. All right.
It's the right answer.
It's not the right answer, but it's not a bad answer. It's not a bad answer. 14 and a half sacks, 1 interception, 4 forced fumbles. Great player over there in Detroit. Not, like I said, not the right answer, but not a terrible one.
What's the right answer, Brad?
Well, Derek Brown, obviously.
Derek
Brown. Yes, he missed the entire
season.
Go figure.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Derek Brown, who came back off of a terrible injury he suffered in the first game last year. Carolina subsequently had one of the worst defenses of all time. He came back and was dominant from basically day one on. Derek Brown, he was snubbed from the Pro Bowl, snubbed from All-Pro, and I hate to say it, but my co-hosts have snubbed him on Comeback Player of the Year. But I got you, Derek.
The Derek Brown I knew used to get over 100 tackles. This 73. What is this?
Yeah. What a slacker.
I'll change my pick. I'm gonna go Derek Brown.
Bro,
that's right, Ferris. That's what I'm talking about.
You keep letting Brodny pressure you, bro.
No, well, you know what? Because what does comeback player mean? What is it?
No.
I mean,
you don't know.
You don't know what it is.
You don't know. Clearly, we know.
Yeah, well, exactly. Apparently, it's also team. Okay, let's move on.
Ivy saying said the ghost of Philip Rivers.
That's actually a pretty decent one. He played much better than anybody expected.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, next up, we've got Coach of the Year 2025. Ferris, who you
Kyle
got?
Shanahan.
Ferris 0-2. All right, let's keep
I respect that.
I respect
that. He had to deal with a lot of injuries.
No.
Competitive.
Not a bad thing. There's a lot of really good candidates for Coach of the Year this year.
It is.
That's still the wrong choice, though. You never give Shanahan anything.
Okay.
Everyone's pick Mike McDonald. Everyone except Ferris. In his second year as a Seahawks coach, they went 14-3. They got the number 1 seed. They won the division. And Sam Darnold was his starting quarterback. Of course, he's the coach of the year.
Yes,
of course, he's the coach of the year.
Okay.
We already forgot how he fell apart last year. That's we already forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Ferris, I swear to God, bro.
You better get this right.
Come on.
Ted McMillan.
There it is.
He did it.
Offensive Player of the Year for Ferris.
Oh, Nalo
and
McMillan.
Everyone else. Teteroa, the only receiver who went over 1,000 yards this year. Tyler Shuck had a great year. Much better year than expected. Yeah. Ashton Genty had a much tougher year than expected. For a good portion of the season, it looked like he was going to be Ibuka, the wide receiver from Tampa, but he kind of hit the wall, really slowed down towards the end of the season. But Ted was the number 1 in Carolina all year, 1,014 yards, which broke the rookie record for Carolina. Also had 7 touchdowns. Luckily, drops are not on this list. But
yeah,
Ted had a great rookie season.
Yeah,
yes, B already mentioned Ashton Genty. I just want to emphasize just how tough his season was. He had like over 1,000 total yards, 800. They said 800 of those yards came after contact. All right. My boy was getting touched on every play.
Also, too, I want to give a shout out to both tight ends, Colson Loveland and Tyler Warren. They played very well this year as well.
Tyler Warren.
Well, he kind of tailed off when they lost Daniel Jones. But Colson Loveland has.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Why do you keep saying Shamar Stewart is rookie of the year?
Yeah.
Are we talking the guy who didn't want to play for the Bengals, and then when he decided to play, stank like that guy?
He's trolling.
Okay, he's trolling.
Same guy that said Matty Bigger was coming back.
Defensive rookie of the year, Ferris.
Abdul Carter.
Who you got?
That's your pick.
I'm gonna do it again. Ferris.
That's fair.
Who you got?
Carson Swinginger from Cleveland.
Stand your ground.
I knew it.
Everyone picked Carson Schwarzenegger. He kind of ran away with it a bit. I'm not even going to attempt to do the math on the fly. Like 89 assisted tackles with 67 solo tackles, 11 for loss, 2.5 sacks, a couple interceptions,
156 total tackles,
and missed a game. You know, so he was all over the field for Carolina. All right, not Carolina, for Cleveland, and well-deserved Rookie of the Year award for Carson.
Yeah.
The reason that everyone in the second round wanted a fully guaranteed deal.
2025 Offensive Player of the Year.
Before we go, there's still 125 people in here. Salute to y'all. We're going for an hour and a half. Make sure you smash that like button. If you're new in here, hit the subscribe button. All right, let's go.
This is not the rookies. Okay, this is not the politicized MVP award.
Wait, pause. We got a super chat. This is a big one. We gotta read this one. Thank you, great ones for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Says Flores has turned the Vikes defense from 28-15 year one to 15-7 year two with no major changes. Flores instantly turns the defense around for the cheap, and we can allocate those picks to the O-line and that wide receiver that 8 needs. Okay, I'm done. Hey, you know, don't be done. Never be done with the super chats. We appreciate that.
Those are all facts. He's a great defensive mind. That's why he's number one on my coaching list. Yes, for the Baltimore Ravens. You've already got the talent there for the most part. I mean, they have some depth issues and things like that, but they will be right there in the top 5 next year, I think, with Brian Flores as the coach.
Agreed. And we got another super chat. Corey Hunt, appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Says EDC face in the thumbnail, always hilarious. He always looks like he's guilty.
Yes. He did something wrong.
Yeah. All right, back at it. Offensive Player of the Year. Again, not the politicized MVP awards. This is the real best player in the NFL on the offensive side of the ball. Ferris, who you got?
Drake May.
Wow.
Man,
okay.
Stand on your pick.
All right.
Drake May.
Thank you.
Drake May, arguably the second, third best quarterback. We'll go ahead and leave that there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Jackson
that guy.
Smith and Jigba for Jose and Hendo.
The right pick.
119 receptions, 1,793 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Unguardable almost in Seattle. A fantastic player, which is saying a lot since he came from Ohio State. He overcame that curse and is just balling right now.
And also the same reason why Mike Macdonald is the coach of the year.
I was about to say that.
Yes,
but it's still not the correct answer. The correct answer is coming up next. Bijan Robinson. If you see Bijan here with 1,478 yards rushing, 820 yards receiving, 11 total touchdowns. He is the Falcons offense and one of the most talented players in the league, hands down.
And Kyle Pitts sometimes.
No, we're not doing that.
We're
not doing that.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, this is a strong thing too. Yeah.
Bijan had a fantastic year. I mean, Jackson obviously did as well. there were some great performances there. Drake May wasn't one of them, though. Let's keep it moving. Defensive Player of the Year.
You can't get
Ferris. We're going to give you one more shot. Best player in the league, defensive side of the ball. Go.
That loser in Cleveland, Myles Garrett.
That loser in Cleveland.
Wow.
Okay.
Everyone's pick, Myles Garrett. He didn't do a whole lot this year except break the sack record with 23 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. Not a whole lot of tackles, other than on quarterbacks. But he would have had even more. But towards the end of the season, team started intentionally trying to make sure he did not get the sack. But just an unbelievable player, unbelievable season, and I don't think we're going to see anybody come close to that for quite a while. That sack record.
The Calvin Johnson did. Did you see? Y'all seen that video of the 2 tight ends who were just following him? Who were just kept following him?
Yes, we saw it live.
Okay, all right, fine. I'm just trying to connect here.
You about to get another comment about being mean to Ferris.
But this is the thing. They think it's just me.
Most disappointing team of the year. Now, this you can take this either way. You can take, hey, they're just the worst team. Hey, this is a team that had high expectations and didn't live up to them. Whatever it means to you, Ferris, most disappointing team of 2025.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Interesting, because you had them in the Super Bowl, or
well, I had them at least in the playoffs.
Okay,
they went 6-11.
Also, Jose and I went with the Detroit Lions. They were 15-2 last year, ended up 9-8 this season. Just a team that's just overflowing with talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And just could not get anything going, could not get into a rhythm, could not start winning consistently, and resorted to pointing at Carolina and saying, "Why do they get to go?" Well, we get to go because we're better than you.
Just real quick, Big Red wants to let you know Myles Garrett is Defensive Player of the Year with Caillou Blue Kelly as a close second.
You know what, Reg? We're gonna give you that one.
We're gonna give you that one.
Everybody said Ravens for most disappointing team of the year.
There it is.
Hendo picked the Baltimore Ravens, 8-9, started off 1-5, lost that last game to Pittsburgh on the missed Tyler field goal. One of the worst teams in the league in terms of pressuring the quarterback, one of the worst pass defenses in the league. And got an 18-year head coach right up out of there. So yeah, pretty disappointing.
Yeah, it's the right choice.
Most disappointing player of the year, Ferris. It's the same thing, but just for an individual. Okay.
I was gonna say Patrick Mahomes.
Wow, Pat Mahomes was disappointing.
Well, him or Joe Burrow to me personally. I think they could have been better.
All right. Roquan Smith for Hendo. Really, really, really going to town on the Ravens here. Roquan, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles, but he did clean up somebody else's hard work one time and get that recovery to take the credit for it. $100 million indeed.
Yeah.
My pick, Brian Thomas Jr., who burst onto the scene last year with a 1,200-yard rookie season, and then apparently developed a fear of the ball over the offseason and came back with 700 yards and 2 touchdowns and just, completely let down my fantasy team. And Jose, J.J. McCarthy. Not sure why you expected anything out of little JJ.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he was a first round draft pick, right?
Yes.
They pushed Sam Darnold out of there because they figured JJ McCarthy was ready. And I thought he was ready too. There was some high expectation, and he started out pretty solid, and then it just fell off the rails. This is not the JJ McCarthy everybody was expecting. So yes, that's a disappointment for a team that was looking to really be competitive, and they were competitive with Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy was supposed to be the upgrade, and now they're back to the drawing board. So yeah, that's a big disappointment.
No, it is. It is.
Honorable mention, Bobby
when
O'Carroll.
when you don't expect anything from like just that's how I take it. I didn't expect Jay to be good, so he didn't disappoint me. In fact, going back to my fantasy team, he was a big winner for me. I traded him before the season started. Biggest surprise of 2025, Ferris. What you got?
New England Patriots.
Yeah, no, they what was it? Three or four wins last year to I believe they had 13 this season.
Yeah.
So pretty big turnaround. You got Drake May over there potentially winning MVP. I said the Steelers making the playoffs, having one win against a playoff team.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they were not good against anybody who stood up and said, "No, you shall not pass." They laid right down, but they got enough support from the losers of the league and from the Baltimore Ravens to get themselves into the playoffs, to get just trounced on national TV in Aaron Rodgers' probable last game. Next up, Jose's pick, Drake May, for the biggest surprise. 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Led that Patriots turnaround that Ferris was talking about, and it's right in the thick of it for MVP. Shouldn't win it, but a fantastic season for Drake. He shouldn't. Stafford's the MVP.
Wow.
And Hendo's picked John Harbaugh. 61% career regular season winning percentage, 13-11 in the playoffs, 12 playoff appearances, 6 division championships, and a Super Bowl, and a firing here in 2025. Out on his ass, looking for New York to give him some charity in the form of a $20 million a year deal.
Hey, while we have 100 people in here, I just want to point out that people are saying, hey, where can you find that kind of production? John Harbaugh, everybody's going to be banging his door down. For anybody that misses out on the John Harbaugh sweepstakes, there is another one out there.
His name is Mike McCarthy.
His name is Mike McCarthy. And if you don't believe me, look at his stats, and you're going to rub your eyes like, hold up, is that John Harbaugh or Mike McCarthy?
Right.
Identical. All the way down the line, all the way down to the Super Bowl championship. If you miss out on John Harbaugh, you love John Harbaugh so much, call Mike McCarthy.
Facts.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, coach, someone is biased. It's first.
Get you some mediocre. Thanks. Now, the big one, MVP of the year, I kind of spoiled mine already. Ferris, who you got for MVP?
It's Matthew Stafford. I was gonna say Matthew Stafford.
Yep. Everyone's pick, Matthew Stafford. 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. For the record, that's 15 more touchdowns than Drake May with the same number of interceptions. They got incredibly lucky in that round one. Got past Carolina, they're able to move on to the divisional round. But even though they beat Carolina, I don't have anything against the Rams and Matt Stafford. I like them. I like watching them play. They're an entertaining team, and I certainly hope that if not Seattle, then the Rams can knock San Francisco out of the playoffs. I cannot stand Brock Purdy, and I cannot stand Kyle Shanahan. So go Stafford. 400
more yards too than Drake May. All right.
So there you have it. The definitive 2025 awards for the NFL. Don't bother listening to ESPN. Don't bother listening to the AP. Don't bother listening to the NFL themselves. They don't get it right. They are biased. You just got the only list that matters.
Right.
There you go. All right.
From at least one of us.
And the chat had a lot that they're putting their picks in there too. Everybody, oh, that's ZI. Why are you putting 9 so much in there? ZI? Don't spam the chat, bro. Don't do that.
He was doing the JJ
McCarthy said, he said Cincinnati Bengals probably for the most disappointing team.
Yeah.
The only reason I say but Cincinnati is because every other year Joe Burrow gets hurt. So
yeah,
this is that year.
Yeah,
and literally said, defense? What?
It's crazy because people give Lamar a ton of hate for not winning in the playoffs, right? They put a ton of pressure on Josh Allen to get to win in the playoffs and everything. I'm like, Joe Burrow's been to the playoffs twice.
Yeah.
He's
really carrying that Super Bowl appearance. He's really dragging. He's milking that one.
Because that's great and all, but you lost. So maybe let's put
Matthew
some more work
Stafford.
in. Let's put some more work in.
Like,
yeah.
Is Matt Stafford top 10 all time if he wins the Super Bowl and the MVP?
No. Not even a little bit.
Not even close.
If he wins 2 Super Bowls and MVP, is he top 10?
No, not even close.
Because here's the man. There's a quarterback who literally like destroys the MVP Super Bowl thing for every quarterback. Is Matthew Stafford better than Dan Marino?
No, it's not.
Okay, then the conversation's over. Like
Dan Super
Marino
Bowl is a team thing.
Yeah,
right.
Dan Marino destroys every single ring MVP thing you do for any quarterback. Because ain't nobody.
If you want to turn it on his head, Trent Dilfer.
Exactly.
My man Antonio says 77 is the most disappointing thing on any football field this year. Let's be real. He's not disappointing because nobody expected him to be good. Disappointing is you had some expectation for somebody.
And not if you're a defender.
Yeah. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
And 72 is much worse.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, they were both horrible, man. They were bad.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We're gonna get out of here. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Still over 100 people in here. Man, y'all really hung out with us today and really appreciate that. Subscribe on your way out. Hit the like button. But the show's not over. We're going over to the overtime show, and we're going to be discussing. I said I was going to play it, but
come to the overtime show to see that.
Yeah, hit a Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Get signed up and just come and watch the overtime show.
I want to give a little preview of
because you know what, while you're looking for it, I just want to say this. I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. I could be misremembering something, but I don't remember ever hearing Kendrick Perkins be right about anything.
This is facts.
Like he and he's adamant that he's right, and he's never ever right.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play part of it because this is like a 3-minute clip.
You're saying you're up by 30 in a place where kids are supposed to fucking learn how to play
Oh,
basketball.
sorry. Language warning.
Yeah, kids.
14-year-olds?
Yeah, 14-year-old kids.
You're
14-year-old
kids. You're about to
kids.
be in high school.
You're part of the reason why American basketball is shit. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm developing
cut it off right because listen. All right. I just said Kendrick Perkins ain't never been right about anything. Did that man just say you're a 14-year-old? You ain't a kid.
You an adult.
Yeah, he said you're a young man going into high school.
Come on, young adult.
So we're gonna be discussing that. We'll play more of that clip on the overtime show. You want to join this conversation? Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Also, the channel memberships will get you access. The link is already there for channel members. Patreon members also it's up. So everybody ready? Y'all ready?
Ready.
Adelia's ready.
Clot is in the building.
Clot is in the building. Hey, Clot, go ahead and lock up on your way out. All right, we heading out.
Make sure you set the alarm.
He doing that Simpsons grandpa thing right now. I'm just turning right back around.
All right. Patreon members, channel members, get ready. The overtime show is starting in a couple minutes. Everybody else, have a great night. Oh, wait, hold up. Plug your stuff. I'm sorry. I was about to leave without let everybody know where they can find you.
The Road Pod everywhere. Ferris.
LGRN, good friends, better rivals.
Yes. All right. Now. And
what's the other one, Ferris?
Oh, the post credits.
God damn, bro.
I think it's just me. It ain't just
all
me.
Right. Everybody else, have a great night. We will see you next time. Peace.
Pocket internet.